Well, I guess I won't be going up this road after all because as you can see there, it looks like it requires a permit and violation will be punishable by a $200 fine. Okay, so I thought I should do a little quick update here. I managed to still have cell phone service right here at the edge of the mountains. I called over to the pertinent ranger's office, and the guy's really nice, and he just explained that it should be fine going up the road. Just this is basically to discourage people from taking their ATV and blazing trails and off beyond the road and just tearing up the wilderness with mechanical vehicles and things like that. Which I'm not. He said going off on foot is fine. He did kind of counsel me that the road will get kind of rough up here, so I might not be able to make it the whole way up. Well, another update, the road was too rough to really go up it at all, so I'm going to probably be just hiking up another 1.6 miles or so. And right before I was going up it, a dirt bike comes flying up the road. Well, not flying, but he didn't even pay attention to the sign, so I guess he's more familiar with the area. But I have this huge boulder here which I'm backing all the way down, and this thing's in the way. So my tire can't get past it, so I'm gonna have to try to move it, slide it. It's about, it's pretty heavy, so see how it goes. It's probably a little over 2 feet long and 1.5 feet wide and 1.5 feet tall or something like that, so see how it goes. Here's my foot for comparison. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay, finally managed to get this thing out of the way. Didn't take that long, but it's definitely wasn't easy. And see if we can get situated here. Well, yeah, this has been pretty steep, so I can see why the vehicle is having a time getting up it. I start hearing this rattling, and yes, we have a rattlesnake here. He's kind of fleeing, not going to get any closer. Not sure if that's, I'll have to look and see what type it is later on. I guess you can see him maybe. But yeah, I don't want to mess with him or her. Anyway, keep hiking up. Still hiking in here. Thought that looked mildly scenic. No more rattlesnakes so far. Elevation's getting a little bit higher. Just another thought while I'm here resting for a second. At the foot of the canyon, with all the bravado about the fines and everything, like at $200, it says it's a wilderness. I think it said study area or wilderness something area. And they also, the first part of the road coming up is, in addition to it being very steep, the gravel is loose. When you get further up, they've kind of scraped away the loose gravel so there'll be more traction, but they're obviously trying to dissuade people from being able to get up this road. because it's a wide enough road. I mean, if it were scraped further down, you might be able to make it all the way up in a vehicle. Well, the road is finally flattened out. And the second it's flattened out, it looks like we have what looks like could even be an old wallow over here. You know, I don't know. It could be a... I haven't looked at it yet. Oh, there's an X right there. Sorry, my water bottle is clanking and trying to stop it here. And tree leans. You know, I don't know how much of this is just natural, but it's definitely wallow-like. Kind of interesting, the first place where there's some semblance of it flattening out in kind of this wallow-esque area. Okay, so the tree that it's up against is in the cedar family. I think that's what I see from here, which I forget what they call them out here. Is that what it is? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a spruce. Let's see. No, that one, that specific one. All around here it looks like kind of spruce trees, but the one that they picked to lay it up against is one of the few cedar type trees. I forget what they call them out here. Juniper. They call them juniper out here. So it's laid up against a juniper tree. Anyway, it's kind of interesting. Just naturally, all these trees decided to arrange themselves on the one juniper tree in the area. You know, just nothing to see here. Move along. Anyway, definitely wasn't me doing it. Looking on some downed aspens over here, I saw something that might be interesting. I'm under my breath because I heard like almost, you know, I don't know if it was a bird, but it kind of sounded like a whoop or something. So I'm going to head on down here just to, that sounded like a whistle now. Maybe that was a bird, but I don't know. Anyway, see in a minute here. I'm going to head on down and see what I see. So right out here in the middle of the meadow, frankly what looks like what could have been a structure at one time. You know, this wood just kind of piled up here. I do see, looks like there's a little blue twine over there, just kind of laying there. I don't see it's wrapped, but anyway, definitely not a structure now. If I were a hoaxer, I'd probably, I had boundless energy. Needed more than one person, though. I could start creating my own little structure, but a medium-sized structure. So let's have a quick look over here. I think I see, kind of out of the corner of my eye, something blue. Your traditional blue Sasquatch random object in the forest. At least in Utah. Yeah, just some, is that tape? Yeah, it looks like stage tape or something, I don't know. Let me see what has the date on it. 8/13/20. Don't know what it's for. E. Wilson. Yeah, really dark in there. Wow. They're truly thick. It's a totally different world in here. I think my camera's compensating for the darkness, or probably overcompensating. Yeah, some of this is so thick they have to take some time to navigate it, but probably could squeeze through some of it. Yep. Let's go to the overlook. I still haven't got to the destination. This hike turned out to be longer because of the road that I couldn't drive up. It's kind of an opening in a squatchy looking area. Definitely enough clearance for Sasquatch to walk around. I don't see any absolute tracks. Yeah, this looks really interesting though. In fact, let me have a wide angle lens. Let me break that out here. It just won't be slightly larger view. 1 second. Okay, the wide angle lens. You can see the arrangement there. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leans at least. No, 6. I think I see 7th in the back there. But yeah, let's just use the good old finger. It's not going to be exact, but there's one that way, one further back that way, and 2 back there, and then 1 even further back there. So let's try to hike through this and up to the overlook. I think there's an overlook up here. Looking for tracks. You know, I do see some disturbances on the... Well, that one's kind of interesting. Look at that. Well, you probably can't see it. But... So right... Yeah, I don't know if it's anything, but we have right here... let's see. Here's the front. There's the back. I don't know. But anyway... Alright, let's go through here. And then once we've seen the overlook, we'll get back on the trail. And I don't know if this is an overlook. I've never been up here. It just looks like there's potential for that. Well, somewhat of an overlook. Big old dead tree. And over here, there's somewhat of an overlook. This spot right here is nice and level. Not as rocky as some of the areas, and it'd make a perfect camp spot. We have like a little fire thing, and it's perfect. Really nice view. And then it's also right at the edge of basically Sasquatch land over there. Very dark and dense. And there's some areas that open up in there, but totally different world in there. There's views off this direction. It's almost 360 views, except for this one area where there's very dense forest, and you have kind of an overlook over here. Anyway, if anyone ever wants to come out here and do an overnighter, be my guest, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't think there's a cave, it's just kind of some spires up there with sunlight on it. Very tall, narrow pines on this side of the mountain. Let's see where some vehicles try to go through the snow. I actually see some human prints. It looks like they might be stuck, maybe. Well, yep, this side gets a lot less sunlight, so you can see all the snow that's accumulated. And yeah, this side's really dark and green, just as I was expecting, basically. And I guess you saw in the video, fortunately the two guys got their off-road vehicles stuck in the snow. They were in pretty deep. And said they had someone else coming to help try to pull them out and rescue them. So hopefully that goes okay. There wasn't much I could really do just as a third person. I had a log there trying to kind of work with to somehow get some traction or something. I mentioned to those guys what I was doing, and I mentioned Sasquatch, and they said they were open to the idea of them being around here. They said they've explored this area quite a bit. They live in the town that's below here, and said they never seen one. Then I asked if they had ever heard, wood knocks, and they said yes, they had heard loud wood knock on occasion, and mentioned that could be them. They subscribed that to Sasquatch, so anyway. I think I'm going to have to turn around here pretty soon. It's a little slower going in the snow. And I didn't know there was an actual kind of row that goes the whole way. It looks like a elk or something. Maybe deer. I knew there was a I didn't know that it was this good a quality road. I thought on the map it kind of is so covered over in trees you can't tell how good or bad it is. Looks like there's another person in a off ATV up here. Well, looks like another couple ATVs that are about to be stuck. I'm not sure. I guess they came from the other side, but it's normally not open until 21st of May. So I don't know where they came from actually. Maybe there's another down this canyon. Maybe there's another road that comes up. But up this way, that doesn't open for at least another week. And there's a red one through there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a blue one. I'm not going to get any closer. I don't see the people. Maybe they abandoned the ATVs. I don't know. And this is not the other one that was further up this way. But I'm going to just turn around. I'm going to take the GPS coordinates, go back on the map to see where I actually am, and probably come in from the other side once it's opened up, maybe before the summer's out. We'll see if I ever get around to it. But that other route requires 20 miles of driving in the wilderness before you. So this is kind of an oddball access point. It's a very remote area. Okay. It's amazing how much cooler it is here with the sun going down on this side of the mountain. It's doesn't get as much sunlight, and the breeze blowing. It feels like it's in the 40s here, whereas it was 70s when I was hiking up, so it's quite a stark contrast. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way back. Have to go up this. I might break out the crampons just to make it go a little quicker. We'll see. Looks kind of nice over there. I don't know how it's coming out of the video, but it's purple and orange clouds, which this side of the mountain's not getting any of that sunlight, but the other side it's getting it. Probably an interesting sunset over there. Be long gone by the time I get to where I can see the full thing. Oh, is that a bird? I hope you can hear it. I don't have the good mic on. Stopped. So we're coming up on some owls here. I'll assume it's just owls, but you never know. There's another one. Kind of odd how it would go woo, 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 and sometimes it would go whoop, whoop. But who knows? More potential owls. I've got a wood knock behind me. Sounded like a wood knock. Yeah, opposite direction from the owls. Sounds like there's something moving through the brush over here. Might not be that big though. Anyway, I will keep walking. Another odd night bird here. I don't know, what is that? Is it a dove? A mourning dove? I don't think so, but... It's up in the tree.